Well, good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy days to join us on this webinar for the launch of the KPI Client Portal. We're very excited to have this opportunity to share some information about this portal, which is a great new initiative here at KPI, and also to share a demo of the portal and how it will work. So first of all, I'd like to just make sure that I introduce myself. My name is Brian Piquel. I'm the CEO of KP Interface. And with me today, also on the call, as needed, we'll have Tim Mazer, who is he is a cybersecurity analyst at KPI, but he's also someone who's been helping us to prepare this portal for launch, and he can also potentially answer any questions you might have. First of all, if you do have any questions, feel free to post them to the chat up above in the Teams window. Just post them up there, and Tim will be watching that, and he will, at least at the end, we will have time for questions and answers about anything. Either Tim will reply to that chat, or we'll answer that at the end so everybody can hear the question. The next thing I want to do is just really go over why we have this portal coming online. Why is KPI doing this? And the reason really goes back to what our goals and our values are as a company. First and foremost, we want to deliver a first-rate client experience for all of our customers. We don't just want to, manage your IT or support your IT. Our goal is to offer a first-rate experience, and we think this portal will greatly assist in that. The second thing is we want to offer more transparency to our clients. We want to make sure that we're presenting as much information to them, to you at your fingertips whenever you want it, so you know as much as possible what's going on. Third, we want to be held accountable. So we want to make sure we're doing our job properly. And through this portal, you're going to be able to see a lot more about what we're doing, whether it be a service request, whether it be a report that we're doing that displays how well we're doing. You're going to be able to see this information anytime you want. And then lastly, all of these things really flow into our value at KPI of trust. When you engage an IT provider, an IT partner like KPI, we know that you're placing your trust in us, and we're going to do everything we can to enhance that trust. And we think this portal will help with that. So sometimes what we've noticed is that clients sometimes face certain challenges when it comes to their IT and IT management. One of them is lack of visibility. If you have a partner like KPIs, you may know, hey, yeah, they're supporting us, they're doing some things for us, but you really don't have visibility at your fingertips at any point in time to really know what's going on or things that you have in place. There's no real-time reporting. You might get reporting on an ongoing basis on a monthly or quarterly business meeting that we have with you, a business technology meeting we have with you, but in between those meetings, you might not have access to reporting, or before those meetings, you might not have access to reporting. So that's a challenge. And then another thing is sometimes juggling multiple platforms. It's one place to submit a service request. It's another way to submit a purchase request. So this hopefully will address some of those things. And really, that's kind of the way we see it, is that this portal, this investment we made and the solution we came up with will give you improved visibility, real-time reporting, make it easier to access us and access technology information, and really have everything in one place to make it as easy as possible for you and your users as well. Before we go into the demo, again, I just want to welcome everybody. There's about 60 people that registered for the event, and most of you I know, or I know of you at least. Some of you I may not, so it's nice to have you all on board. But also, I think most of the people are points of contact at our clients. So people that are engaged with us, the main point of contact for our clients. So what I'm going to show you, though, in the portal is two different experiences that you can have in the portal, both the user way and the admin way to access the portal. The first thing I want to show, though, is just how do you get to the portal? We've made it pretty easy. If you just go to portal.kpinterface.com, then you're going to be able to access the portal. You're going to see a logon screen that's going to look something like this, and you'll be able to access it with your Microsoft credentials, your Google credentials, or some other way. But most of the time, it's going to be through your Microsoft or Google credentials, okay? And the other ways you're going to be able to access it, there is a way to enable it within Teams, so that within Teams, if you're a user of Teams, you're going to see in your left-hand side, your menu bar, a KPI service portal icon. That can be enabled. It doesn't have to be enabled, but it can be enabled. And then lastly, there's a way we can put it in your system tray at the bottom of your screen, in your clock and time, and you can access it there as well. So, but again, I have it as portal.kpinterface.com. I saved it as a bookmark so I can always easily get to it, and that's how you can get to it, okay? Now, the first thing I wanted to do is show what a user would see when they log on, meaning not an admin. An admin is going to be our main point of contact. It's going to be someone probably in finance, an IT manager. It could be a CEO or some other executive who's going to want access to more things. But I'm first going to show you what the general experience is and what the end users would see. When they log in, they're going to come to this home page, okay? And the home page is going to have a few things on it that I want to explain. First, it's obviously going to have these menu items, which I'll show in a minute. But right at the top, it's going to have some messages that we can send out to everybody, letting them know when something's going on. So obviously right here, we just have a welcome message for now. But we also have a message about a new technology that's coming on board that will impact the end user. So this is actually a real message. We are launching a new self-service password and authentication system, but we'll have more information about that in the next couple of weeks. But it's something that we can do to announce important events or important announcements from KPI. In the middle here is where mostly we're going to do most of our work, which is how you can access us for service requests, a purchase request. You can do your service ticket review, and you can get updates on Microsoft 365, new changes coming out, new releases coming out, etc. And Microsoft 365 status, meaning, you know, is the email online, or is there problems with email, or hey, Teams isn't working quite right for me. If I go to 365 status, you can see things after, and I'll show you that in a minute. Also, we'll have articles at the bottom that will be informative about, you know, various things from how to engage us. We'll have more information about how to use our systems, whether it be our anti-spam tool or our password management tool, and then other articles related to Microsoft 365 and more to come on that. And I just want to mention up at the top, there is a place you can do a general search on the portal. And probably most importantly, right here, every user will have the ability to start a chat session for support if they want by clicking on these headphones at the top. So you click on that, it immediately starts a chat session with one of our consultants. Okay, so I want to dive into some of these now. If a user opens up this service request, what they're going to see is a list of different areas where they could have a need, and you know, if they drill into that, they're going to have some options to pick from. If they pick on one, what it's going to do is ask a couple of questions that will help us gather more information. They'll click submit, boom, the ticket gets opened. Our consultants see it and contact them to start solving the issue. Okay, so that's one thing. If they, you know, if you want to open up, if there's no, sorry, I want to say one thing. If there's not listed here, they'll have that option at the bottom that, hey, my issue doesn't fit any of these categories, so I'm just going to click this, and then I'll be able to put in my ticket that way as well. Okay. On a purchase request, just keep in mind, we're going to make sure that all purchase requests are going through the proper authoritative person at each client. So we know who they are. Usually our points of contact or somebody in finance. But if someone does put in something here, or if you want to put something in here, you can do that. And we're going to have different options for you to pick from here. For example, different types of PCs, or something for the network, could be monitors, it could be an equipment recycle form. And when you open up one of these things, again, it's going to ask you all the questions that you would need to answer in order for us to process that request. Again, the idea is really to be more efficient both with your time and our time, because sometimes, as you may know already, a lot of these things tend to go back and forth a lot. And we're trying to do is reduce that amount of time we're both spending on it so we can get things expedited a lot more quickly. Okay. So that's a purchase request. And again, service ticket review, I'm logged in here to a company that we renamed Dunder Mifflin, but I'm actually logged in here as kind of a dummy user account. So I don't have any tickets listed here, but any user would be able to see the tickets that are open for them under open, any ones that are closed, they've been closed, anything that we're waiting on would be listed under waiting as well. So they'll be able to see all their tickets in one spot, not only current tickets, but of course previous tickets as well. So if they want to go back to a ticket where they know we told them what to do, and it's, maybe it's a Friday night at 7 o'clock and they don't want to call after hours, well, they can go into these tickets and say, you know what, that guy the other day fixed something for me. I'm going to go back and look at that ticket and see what notes he put in there, see if I can quickly fix it myself. That'll be available to your end users. And as an admin, you'll have access to all service tickets. So all service tickets that are opened, all service tickets that are closed, and any service tickets that are in waiting mode as well. So that is the home screen. And under the company menu, there's a couple things out here to note. One is application. So we have the capability to publish online type applications, right? Software as a service type application. So we have Office 365 published here for, I think, everybody who's going to be using it. We also have a link to our KPI remote support when our technicians need to remote into your PC. That link is here, but we can add applications on your end as well. So if you have these types of applications, we can publish them for your users as well. And these are all these different screens are customized for each client, okay? So not any two clients will see the same thing. So if you're using QuickBooks Online, for example, you want that out there, the next company they won't see that necessarily if they don't have QuickBooks Online. These are individually customized to your company. There is a directory out here for anybody you might have out here in Microsoft 365. If you put in their cell phone information, other contact information, your employees can see each other's contact information. That's what that is. Knowledge base is just going back to the articles, and messages will just be messages that we advertise from KPI. The Client Center is just another place to find a service request, a purchase request, a service ticket review, etc. But the other thing for the end users to note is the fact that we have training out here available to them. First of all, we have about 20 different courses available to them in different parts of, especially Microsoft technology, but some other areas as well, including some cyber awareness. We published a couple of courses ourselves. For example, here's one on Keeper Password Manager. So if anybody, for example, you're onboarding somebody and they didn't have a chance to learn how to use that, you can assign them this training. They can go out and learn how to set up their account. Now, of course, you can always submit a service request, and we'd be happy to help you with that. But we can publish different trainings like this that will help your users. Now, the other thing that's possible, if you have training that you want to do that's custom to your company, to your environment, we can also publish them out here on this training website as well. So keep that in mind, that we can customize these and do custom trainings for your particular company out here as well. So, and then the other thing to note out here is these quick starts. Quick starts are really just quick guides that give an introduction to a certain application that might be helpful for someone who's not used to using PowerPoint, for example, in this case, and they show the user basically what to do and how to use it, generally speaking. So those things work as well. On the courses, by the way, we automatically give you 20 courses, but there is the ability to subscribe to up to 80 more. And I will publish that list and get that to you, but it might be something that you might want to consider going forward. So we'll make that available to you as soon as we can.